Howdy, howdy. So I know I've been taking a break from the Factorio. I've been super burnt out, and that's why I haven't been uploading. I thought I'd get over it sooner than I have, so I haven't. But I haven't, sorry. So I figured I may as well upload something. This is going to be me doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Run and Bun, super difficult Pokemon Emerald ROM hack. Yeah. In case you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, basically, if your Pokemon dies, it's dead for good. And then you can also only capture one Pokemon per area. So you have limited Pokemon. If they die, they're dead forever. Those are kind of the basics. But yeah. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this until I can get ready to post more Factorio. I just got super burnt out, and I figured I should upload something different besides Factorio rather than just uploading nothing like I have been. But yeah, this is a super difficult ROM hack. Yeah, it relies a lot on using a calculator to plan out your fights almost perfectly. So I'm going to be trying to do that as little as possible. I don't like planning out all of the moves that AI are going to make. I like seeing the damage ranges that attacks do, but that's about it. I don't really, care too much about... being like perfect down to the T on my fights and everything like that. I think that's kind of boring. I would rather just kind of wing it, not really wing it, but play Pokemon a little more organically. I think that if you're calculating out all of the AIs, like, this is what they're going to do every single turn to try to avoid all risk, you're not really going to have fun playing it. And I know that's fun for some people, this is the calculation and like puzzle aspect of it, but I don't know. I think that kind of defeats a little bit of the fun. I'll be honest, I saw a bunch of people play this and you're spending like 8 hours on a fight trying to make sure it's riskless. That seems a little, I don't know, frustrating to me. So yeah, that's kind of my philosophy with it. We're gonna get our starter here. So the nice thing about the starters is you do get to choose one, and they all have their secret abilities, right? So Torterra, it's going to get Shell Armor. Chimchar gets, like, Spirit of Vitality or something that makes it so it doesn't fall asleep. And Piplup gets Clear Body, so no status effects. I almost always go Chimchar, just because the offensive power is super good for almost every part of the game. There's only, like, probably a few fights he won't go to. And that's just because fire types would be bad at them. So, we do want to hope that we got good IVs and then also a good nature for our attack and speed here. So we'll see what that ends up as. Oh my gosh. Sand attack, so annoying, right? There we go. Alrighty, let's see. Alright, we'll go monkey. But yeah. If we don't get good IVs and a good nature, I'll probably just reset and then cut to, actually getting a good one, just so you guys don't have to wait the whole time. But yeah, that's probably what I'll do. So let's see, we got Naive. Okay, that's pretty good. Only thing is our attack or speed isn't like a perfect 31. We got defense and special attack there instead, but trust me, that is very good. So we're gonna save here. Yes, we want to override the save. Alright, there we go. So there are a bunch of quality of life things in this mod pack, or sorry, this ROM pack, which is you get a infinite repel, which is nice, and then you also get infinite rare candies. However, there are hard imposed level caps. So you'll see I won't be able to go above level 12, and that'll stay until I beat a certain boss. And there's quite a few of these, you know, throughout the game, so you just have a level cap until then. Which makes sense. I like that kind of balance of, okay, in theory, in like most games that don't have the hard imposed level cap, you really could just power level to 100 and just deal with Pokemon, you know, not listening to orders or whatever, and then coast for a long time. But I think that's really boring. So I do like that it has the self-imposed level cap, and then also the infinite candy is nice just because then you don't have to spend ages farming up wild Pokemon. For the same reasons, there's not EVs, there's only IVs. So EVs you usually get from killing Pokemon, but these are not included in this, which is nice because it means that, you know, it's another thing off of your checklist that you have to do to like get the perfect Pokemon already. So yeah. I will say though, the enemy Pokemon often do have EVs, so it's really just you who's not getting them. So yeah. A big thing that I had to learn the hard way was, you know, level your starter before this fight. Because as you can see, if you didn't, there's a chance that you could just get like 1 or 2 shot by their counter to you. So it's definitely something where you want all the stats you can get. Yeah, we're gonna heal up here because pretty much like right after we go down back to Little Roots, we'll start doing random encounters, and some of those things, if you know you miss a bunch of Pokeballs in a row, it can really get you down. So we'll be going through this. Don't have our run-in shoes yet, so we're so slow. I'll be thankful once we get the running shoes. Alright, we are almost there to getting wild Pokemon. So we'll have one encounter in town here, and then we'll get a whole party of 6 before our next trainer battle. So that is nice. Let's see. We want anything but Finian here. If we get Finian, then we're really sad. Alright, Surskit. Not bad at all. I think it evolves into a Pokemon that has Intimidate. Which Intimidate is a super good ability, so, oh wow, first catch too. So that's really good. Yeah. If you guys want to comment down below nicknames, once we get a little further, we'll actually be able to rename them, but until then, since this is the first episode, I'm just going to be choosing nicknames, but if you have a Pokemon you want named after you, or named a certain thing, just go for it in the comments below, and I'll make sure to name it that. Alright, but we got our run-in shoes. Very nice. Alright, let's see our 101 encounter. I don't know if there's too many bad ones here. Let's see. Okay, this is not bad because you do get the Mega Stone for it later. A Mega Banary is pretty good. So, if we can get Mega Banary, that's not bad at all. Or sorry, Lopunny. So yeah, if we can get that, that'll actually be really strong. It does need to live until we get the Mega Stone, which, with given how I play, may not happen, but you know. If they do live to the Mega Stone, oh, we'll be set then, but they have to live until there. I don't know if they get Fake Out. If they get Fake Out, they're going to be an extremely useful Pokemon to us. Fake Out is just such a strong move. We want Growlithe. Oh, not Growlithe, no. Like, this is the only... one of the only bad encounters in this grass patch here. The only good thing about it is potentially... or it is a duplicate for later in another route. So with Nuzlocke, if you catch a Pokemon on one route, you can't catch it again on another. So if we catch this guy here, it means that later when we have a chance of catching another Pokemon, it's better odds since we no longer have him in the pool. And really there was only like one Pokemon in this area that I wanted, and that was Growlithe. But yeah. So yeah, okay. Here we want Glossifer. No, damn. Okay. Probably the worst encounter. No, actually I think there's one worse encounter here. But this is one of the worst encounters here. One of the two I didn't want. Alright, well, oh my gosh, and now it's also not getting in the ball either. Not only is it not the Pokemon I wanted, but it's not cooperating either. That is tragic. Oh my gosh, come on, man. Ah, finally. Yeah, not the worst Pokemon. It'll be useful because there are a lot of early game water types. And for that reason, I would have appreciated a better grass type, but you know, you get what you get. Let's see, how many Pokeballs do we have? 13. Okay, that should be enough for us to try to get our last encounter here before we have some trainers to fight. Okay, Starly. This could be good. Staraptor is pretty good if you get Guts and you have a good attack and speed. So if we get Guts ability, we'll be really happy. Yeah. I think it's this guy who gets Guts. I may be wrong on that, but... no, you don't get Guts. The good news is you do get Intimidate once he levels up. So it's not that bad. Intimidate's pretty good, so... What bird am I... or one of the, like, normal type starter area birds gets guts. Oh, Swallow is what I'm thinking of. Or Swallow? Tailo. One of those. But it gets guts. That's the one I'm thinking of. Could have sworn Staraptor also got guts, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, and now we can level them all up. So I am just going to speed this up using the emulator speed up. Kind of hard to mess up leveling them. Really just don't want to overwrite a move that you need. We'll say Bug Bite is super nice to have, because you deal with a lot of, at least in the early game, Pokemon that get strong benefits from having a berry on them. So if you eat the berry before they do, then they obviously don't get that ability. Okay, I need to check the document here. If Baneri gets Fake Out. Oh my gosh. You don't get Fake Out until after you evolve. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, so this guy's gonna be good later. Alright, let's check our abilities and IVs and everything for all of our other Pokemon. Swift Swim, Limber, don't know if that's the one we wanted. I think Cute Charm's the other one. Prevents, okay, that's not bad. Don't think that's bad either. Jolly, that's pretty good except for the 0 attack IV. That's pretty bad. This guy sucks. Oh my gosh. Minus special attack and 1 special attack IV. This guy's not good either. Not bad. Pretty good speed. Not horrible attack, and then okay nature. Pretty bad IV sting. Okay. Not the best start we could have wanted, but not a bad one by any stretch. Alright. These early fights, I know that I said that the fights usually require a lot of calculation. The early ones, not so much. In fact, I probably won't even be using the calculator until a couple fights in. Just because they're not even close to the level cap. Like if you look, they're like level 5, 6. Level 12 is substantially higher than that. Yeah, now we just gotta get lucky and hope we don't miss the sand attacks. Oh, there we go. Only got 1 off. That's good. But yeah, when I played this a couple of times, never beaten it, died a lot during it. So I know this beginning area pretty well. So yeah, I'm kind of just gonna breeze through most of this. There we go. Without too much use from the calculator. When I'm gonna really have to start using the calculator is a little later on, once the teams actually pose a threat. But for the most part now, they're not too bad. And I keep mentioning this calculator. It's just a website that has all the Pokemon that you face. And then also you have a extension for the emulator that you can use to hold the Pokemon that you have in here onto the calculator. So I'll be able to get all my stats and Pokemon and everything automatically in there, and it'll do things like checking damage ranges. So if I could one-shot kill them with like a Pokemon and I outspeed them, it'll show me that. It'll show if I'm getting one-shot, different things like that. And those are all kind of important for understanding how the AI thinks. So I said I wouldn't do, calculating moves and everything like that. However, I do need to know what move it's going to be likely to do. And I do that based on, usually if they can see a kill, like they are going to kill you, they're going to take that in almost every scenario. But there's a couple of times where, like, if they're slower than you and you can kill them before, they may do something different. It's all very particular. I don't know how else to describe it, but versus, you can't always predict. You can use some general rules, but at the end of the day, it is sort of just a chance that they'll do some other things. Alright, I do not want to face this guy on him because he's not strong enough to beat him just straight up right now. And then this guy will use Wrap eventually, which would make it so I couldn't switch. But Aerial Ace should cook this guy since it's super effective. There we go. Alright. Here we go. But yeah, and I probably don't need a heal between everyone or every fight, but I really don't like risking it. I'd rather just play it safe. So I, especially since every Pokemon, if they die for good. I'd much rather play it safe. There are a couple of places, however, where you are forced to take like back-to-back fights without healing. In those areas, it's really important, to use the calculator and plan ahead. But yeah. Luckily, I've just played this beginning enough to know. Like, I'll tell you, this guy is leading with a grass type, so I can just keep my Chimchar in front. Then he'll probably switch into a fire normal type, and then at the very end, he'll switch in a Psyduck. Skidoo, I forgot that guy's name. Damn. I think the next one is like a lion, like Litleo or something. That sounds right. But maybe Psyduck next, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. So just easy swap for us here for a grass type. They're still not the same level as us, so it's not too scary, right? Like level 7 versus 12, we just have an inherent kind of boost. Alright, there we go. I do think that that was a physical attack. Just considering how bad our special attack is, I'd be surprised if that killed it. Okay. Yeah, fire type. Let's see, we don't have a good pure water, but this guy is part water, so he'll at least take neutral damage, I think. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, we gotta be careful now. I don't think he'll be able to one-shot us. Oh, okay, we can one-shot him. That's good. So that can happen a lot. Like, they just get a big speed boost or something, and then, like, they're just gonna sweep you. One of the early game kind of menaces that if you don't have a good counter for it, will just, like, wreck you, is a Munchlax with Gluttony. So that means that he's gonna eat a berry at 50% instead of 25 if it's a pinch berry. So, that's scary. So what he'll do is belly drum, get up to plus 6 HP, and then since he's at half health, he'll eat like a Salak berry, I think it is, the one that's plus 2 speed, So then he basically just outspeeds you and can one-shot your whole team. So you have to be very careful about dealing with them. Luckily, what's it called? Chimchar will be leveled up by then, and he usually gets access to enough damage that you can just Mach Punch for over half his HP and then just kill him after he belly drums. Yeah, this fight can be pretty bad. I've gotten Metronome Sheer Cold one-shot killed in this fight before, so I'm always a little scared of this fight because you can just get like wrecked like that. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure which one's higher, his special defense or normal defense. So I'm gonna test out both here. Okay, it definitely looked like that did more. And the burn is nice. The next person, by the way, same deal, just Metronome. The next Pokemon is also just spamming Metronome, which is really frustrating because, like I said, they could just one-shot you. He is gonna fake out first, yeah. It's kind of embarrassing that I know this stuff, but yeah. This is probably the last attack, and then I'm switching out. I can do one more since he didn't attack. But there is a chance that I just get hit with a like super effective move that crits and I die. I think I can do one more until it attacks me one more time. Okay, that's going to be rough, but we're definitely swapping out after it. Yeah, so if that had been super effective for it, I would have died there. I forget if this guy is normal or fighting type, but yeah. I think it's normal. I think that's a legendary move. Isn't that Darkest Lariat? Isn't that the Darkrai move? Ooh, that's not good. Oh my gosh. That was scary. Oh my gosh. You almost one-shot me with that, dude. Or not really. You did, what, like 2/3? Still scary. Still scary. Oh man. That would have been a little scarier if that Pokemon could know Pursuit, but it cannot at this level. I don't think it ever learns it, but yeah. Okay, also in this town, this is the first encounter that I'm going to delay. And we're delaying this encounter until we get Surf, because the 2 encounters you get from surfing are, you know, 2 of the better encounters that you can get. You can get, what's its name? Primarina here. And then you also can get Greninja. And those are both super strong. But if you just fish here, you're not going to get anything super good. So really the only reason I would ever not delay this is if I really, really, really needed a water type for some reason. We're just going to speed through this. I think this is like, you know, showing you how to catch Pokemon if you didn't already know. I don't know. Yeah. He's lucky. There's a 1% chance for overalts on that route, man. A 1% chance. So he's lucky to get that 1% chance, you know. Alright, so this is the encounter over here that getting Sizzlepod earlier means we're more likely to get a good Pokemon. So, so believe it or not, the best Pokemon you can get here is Weedle. His Beedrill is kind of a monster. So we want to hope for a Weedle. Ah, see, so we got Sizzlepod. So, because we caught it earlier, we can actually get another encounter here. If it's the Weedle, I will say it is worth it that we didn't get the... Actually, it's probably not. I would have preferred the Growlithe. Oh my gosh. Okay, at least it's a female Combee. If it had been a male Combee, I would have been really sad. But we'll at least get Vespiquen eventually. Probably just going to speed this up. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, at least it's a female Combee. If it had been a male Combee, it would have been really bad since that one doesn't evolve. This one at least becomes Vespiquen. Let's see, at what level does it become that? Level 21. Oh, wait, actually, looking at the documents here, it looks like it does that regardless of gender. Okay. So I wasn't going to get completely screwed, it looks like. So let's get this guy into the party and then leveled up. Alright, well, we somehow have 3 bug types on our team right now. Not great, at all. So, yeah. Okay, this is one of the first fights that's kind of, you know, checking to make sure you're doing things as you should be. So, if you can see on the... Oh, no, you can't see it on OBS. Okay, but I pulled up a window to be getting the Pokemon that I have from this game into the calculator. And then, let's see here. I will try to pull up the calculator. Into a OBS window that you guys can see. I actually don't think I have an OBS window for this, so I'm going to have to pause for a bit and then make one for it. Okay, I think you guys can see this now, hopefully. But yes, and I switch here and it switches back. Cool. Yes. Now, so this is the calculator. So you can see over here, you can see the 3 Pokemon that are their Pokemon. And then down here, you can see my Pokemon. And then let's get this going. But essentially, you have color coding here. The box around means that it is faster. This blue box means the Pokemon they have selected cannot really hurt me. We can verify that by seeing that. And it looks like we do pretty good damage. So you can see the damage ranges here. So we can see we're going to 2-shot this guy with our Razor Leaf. That's good. Really, the biggest menace on this team is their Yanma. So this guy uses Sonic Boom, which is really scary because it just does a flat 20%. And if you look at most of my Pokemon, they all got less than 41 HP. Or if you look at all of them, they all do. So this is really the first fight where you pretty much need to do an Oran Berry for them. So we're just going to use our berries. It's also worth noting that you can't plant berries in this. So the amount that you get is the amount that you have. You can't farm up more. So, especially some of the, better berries, like citrus berries, and some of the stat raising ones, you're not going to get more of in the in the game, you're only gonna have a certain number of them, so you gotta be very sparing with them. And I think I may be a little too sparing sometimes with them. But yeah. So now that I have updated that, we can transition to Firefox here. And yeah, then we have our Pokemon in here with orange berries on them. And yeah, we're basically going to want to see who can two-shot this Yanmega, or Yanma. So it looks like our Chimchar using Ember can do a good portion. And then our Staravia with Aerial Ace can do a good portion. And in fact, it looks like there's a chance we could just kill it with Aerial Ace Quick Attack. But I'd rather not have to do that, because I would like to use Aerial Ace on the Clobopus, yeah. So I'd like to find a different way to deal with this guy. And it looks like I can just do that using the Sizzlipod. Okay, so we've kind of seen how I like to do the calculations. I don't like to predict the moves. I kind of just like to go with the flow. So yeah, without further ado, now I will show you. Oh, whoops, is this working? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I apologize if it's like the transitions are bad or whatever. I'm like not super good with OBS, but yeah. So let's get through that conversation and get into the fight here. So Krabby is what we knew, and we have our guy here, and we're just gonna Razor Leaf twice and then hope that kills. I think there's a chance it doesn't, depending on what we roll for damage. Ooh, a crit is not good. We don't like to see that. So I think we are gonna need a 3-shot. Okay. Okay, so we got the speed drop. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back over to my calculator here, and I'm gonna pull up our Stinny here and the Krabby there, and I'm gonna see at -1 speed we have a speed tie. So it's 50-50 who is going to go first here. So I think we're fine with our current, okay, we won the 50-50. But I was about to say, I think we're fine with our current health to take one more attack. It would have only been dangerous if they had hit Stomp, gotten a flinch, and then killed us again on another speed tie the next turn. Okay, so Yanma is coming in, and I want to send out our Chimchar here. So he's going to deal Sonic Boom. See, we would be at 13 HP. So without the Oran Berry, we would not have lived another Sonic Boom. So it's really important that we had that, because now it means we get an attack in. So he is going to hit us with Sonic Boom again. And I think at +2... I won't go back and show you guys the calculator, but I think at +2 we are slower finally, but we were faster at +1. Okay, so now we're going to swap out. So this could be acrobatics here. Because both would have killed, I think it could just be either. But yeah. Alright, heal back up. So since we're above 20 HP, we're surviving a Sonic Boost, or Sonic Burst. So we can go for a Ember here. Very nice. Okay. So now Clobopus is going to come in. And we have to try to kill this guy with our Starly. So you can see how this fight gets really dicey. Because if you didn't have those Oran Berries, or you forgot to put them on or something, you were pretty much just, losing that fight, because he's just going to two-shot everything. You're losing at least one Pokemon, I should say. You're probably not losing the fight, but you're losing 1 or 2 Pokemon. Oh, he got lucky with the defense drop, but I think he's dead next turn. So I think we're good. I don't think he has a priority move that would kill me, so... Oh yeah, especially not after the Oran Berry. Alright, very good. So that's kind of the general idea for how we do calcs. And yeah. Get healed up. Alright, this next fight is 2 Magikarps. I know it may seem unassuming, but trust me, it is not unassuming. These guys can be sharks. So, want to go through and put Oran Berries onto anybody who will use theirs. Let's get one there. Just the back half of my party, it looks like. Okay, and then we want to switch our Banary to the front here. And the reason for that is the attacks the first Magikarp's going to use is Bounce, and that has a chance to paralyze. And if you remember, our Banary's ability is that it can't be paralyzed. We only got 1 attack, so... Alright, so our attack's going to miss next turn, so I'm going to use Foresight. Doesn't do anything, doesn't matter. We can't hit him while he's bounced, so doesn't really matter. 13 times 1.5, rounding up, that would be 20, so I think we're fine here. Oh, you missed 2, nice. Okay, we do need to be careful. So I think this guy, in theory, could use Flail next, which would deal a lot of damage. Yeah, so we actually probably want to swap. Actually, we're probably fine with 15. Yeah, okay. So there is maybe a 10% chance we lost Easter there, and the reason for that is he had a Focus Band, which is 10% chance to hang on with 1 HP, and that never goes away, so it can just keep going over and over again. Yeah, this guy has choice specs, so he can only ever use Hydro Pump. So we swap into Sweetney because she resists it, and then hopefully we 2-shot with Razor Leaf here. Oh, sorry, this is the one with Flail. I messed up. Could have sworn this one had like choice specs or something with Hydro Pump. I guess I was wrong, but yeah, that's my bad. I thought the first one was the one with Flail. This is, I guess, why I should actually check the calculations, right? Oh, the first one was the one with the choice band. This is the one with the focus sash. Okay, that's my bad. Okay, we've got 1 or 2 more fights. We have 2 more fights, I think, before the boss. No, just 1 more fight before the boss. So, I say boss, that's kind of just the term for when you get your next set of level ups. So yeah, they are usually a stronger Pokemon team. But yeah. Another benefit of playing this a lot. Hidden, right here. Heart scale. Very nice. So that'll be good. We can use that to change, or max out an IV of one of our Pokemon. I don't know why I talked to that guy. It's her I wanted to talk to, right? Yeah, there we go. So we had a Chesto Berry. So yeah, I mean, luckily you do get tons of berries, right? Like I got 67 from one thing. But it's definitely luck of the draw how many you get. And, you know, you don't want to be in a tough spot. Okay, so we want to go against this Moonshow here. I don't think this is the scary... There's one really scary Minnesota but if you get one certain Pokemon, it trivializes it. If not, you have to actually kind of try, which is unfortunate. Alright, so looking at this, I don't want to go there. Yeah, our best bet here may just be running with Baneri again, because this one is going to try to, what's it called? Use Thunder Wave and then Attraction to make it so you miss attacks. Oh my gosh, I misclicked. Oh no, that's not good. There's not much I can do this fight besides just spam pound, so I'm just going to keep doing that until I need a switch, which is right now. Oh man. Oh, that's not good. That was a lot of damage that we took. A quick attack would kill, but I don't want to risk that, so we're going to swap out. Oh, that was a crit. That's not good. Okay, so that's why things like Bug Bite are so good, because if you saw, we ate that guy's Orange Berry, so not only did he not get one, I got two that fight. Alright. That's good. Luckily we're faster, so this guy's really nasty because he'll try to attract you, paralyze you, and then also flinch you with Stomp. So it's a super nasty combo, but for that reason, I saved my two Pokemon that have super effective moves against him for that last part. So my Surskit and my Sweetney both have super effective moves against him, so. Alright, now this is the fight that we actually need to be pretty diligent on. So, looking into this, right, we have this Carvana here, which is a scary guy. Man. He does nothing with that Bug Bite, huh? Oh, because he has 0 attack IV. That'll do it, wouldn't it? So we basically need to look into how we can kill this guy. And it doesn't look like we have a very good answer outside of Bug Bite. But there's a good chance that he just dies. Actually, no, there's not. There's a 1 in 16 chance he dies. But that may be the best chance that we have. It's going for a Bug Bite with this guy. So I guess we'll do that. That'll bring in Croagunk. Let's see. The only scary move he has is Belch. So if we actually Bug Bite him, he has like almost no scary moves. So we're basically going to lead Sizzlipede into Combee, use Bug Bite on him, eat his berry, and then we just need to deal with Execute, which we can just do with our, shoot, we want Sizzlipede at, Sizzlipode's going to be pretty high health actually by the end of this, but in case not, we'll bring, this is going to be our team. So, I guess we'll bring him, actually no, Lilligant's probably better, because he's, is it? Maybe not. Probably is. Yeah, probably is better. So that's the team we're going to bring. Like I said, I kind of play these a little faster and looser than I probably should, but so we're replacing Surskit here. I will say, luckily, they're pretty generous with berries. I don't think in any of my other playthroughs I ran out of berries. And I did try kind of hard to use them, like, pretty much any fight that I didn't have a held item on somebody, they were using a berry, so, yeah. I did, you know, not really use any of my important berries, and that could have been a detriment to me, but I don't know. Oh, I need to make sure switch Sizzlipod to the front. Alright. So if they get the 1 in 16 crit to kill me here, there's just a chance that we lose, but that's alright. Like I said, I don't play super cautious. I think it's not super fun to do that. And especially if we lose Sizzlipod, I'm not too worried about that. I also don't know the order of things. So if their rough skin happens before I eat the second berry, that's not good either. So I get the 15 here. So then in theory, I bug bite, eat their orange berry, get another 10. So I should be up to 25. And then I take, like, I don't know, probably like 8 from their rough skin. Okay, there we go. So let me check back on the calculator, actually, because there's a chance that Krogunk... No, I don't think we want to risk it. So he's going to fake out this turn. This is going to be the highest damage move that he has against him. So now I'm going to Bug Bite. And now he has lowered speed. Or not lowered speed, but he doesn't have the berry. So he can no longer use Belch, which is kind of his big move against me. Okay, he did get the poison though. But I think we can stay in for a few more turns and get a couple gusts off. Let's see. -6. Okay. I think because of the Oran Berry, we can stay in one more turn. Yeah, we can stay in one more turn. Let's see. Depending on how low I get from this. Okay, I think I can just kill him. Okay, that's good. I think if we had gotten a crit there, we couldn't have stayed in, but I'm not sure. Okay, now they're coming in. I do not want to stay in right now. Let's see. How much damage is he going to do to them? 37% at most. So 37% at most. And he is above 37%. So we can risk staying in for one Bug Bite. These were faster. No, I misclicked. Oh, no. Okay, well, Sizzlipaw's dead. Okay, I was supposed to Bug Bite there. That's my bad. Gumby is faster. Okay, I feel kind of stupid for that one. We lost a Pokemon because I was stupid there. No other reason. Oh, gosh. Alright, well, I did warn you guys at the beginning of that. I am not good at these. Okay, well. Man. Okay, that kind of sucks, but it's my own fault. Okay. Oh, man. We don't need to worry about the poison in this one. I think in this gym you do die from poison, but not in this. They did remove that from this ROM, which is nice. So now we just talk to this guy, and we make it to the new area. Oh, they did change the order of gym leaders in this, though. So actually, we are going to be fighting Brawly first, which is different than in normal Emerald and most other ROMs. Alright, so Sizzlipod died. We'll put him in the box. May he rest in peace, he served us well. To be fair, we didn't really have a use for him much after, like, those first fights are really the best ones to have a bug type for. And we do have bug types still, so I'm not too worried about it. The nice thing is, we do get to level up our Pokemon now, because that was the boss. So, we can level these guys up. Level 17 now. So we'll get a couple evolutions here, I think. Let's see. I know Chimchar gets an evolution here. Yep. So we come Bonferno. We do not want Scratch. Quick attack is nice. Let's get rid of Splash. Oh, nice. We get an evolution here, which means we get Intimidate, which is super good. Intimidate's super strong. Bug is nice. That one reduces special attack of your enemies. But yeah. Alright. I think that probably we're approaching the end of this episode, but we can end it off with something fun. We'll have an encounter here, and then we have 2 more encounters we can catch in town. Okay. Akihita. I don't think that's bad. I just don't think it's good. So that'll evolve into Hariyama, who I think is just kind of tanky. I think they've got some utility things like Fake Out. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, we'll name this guy Kid, like Karate Kid. But then we also have an encounter up here. We have 2 fishing encounters, so the one up here and then one to the right of the city. Okay, Choodle. This could be really good if it has shell armor. Alright, very nice. We're gonna name this guy Donatello, my favorite Ninja Turtle. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then last encounter. Horsey. Oh, whoops. Forgot to heal, so we're just going to switch Pokemon. Oh, nice. First ball. Okay, so this could be really good if it already has the Dragon Scale on it. So there's a chance that when you fish these guys up, they have a Dragon Scale on them. But if they don't, then you have to wait way further down the line to evolve them. This guy has an item for us. Alright, so we'll end the episode by looking at these guys. Hopefully they're good, but the Choodle is probably the one I'll use the most. I don't know if I've ever used Kingdra in my entire time. I think that's not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Max attack, 30% speed, that's not bad at all. It doesn't have... let's check. Stats for these guys. Attack isn't bad. Speed isn't bad. Shell armor. Yes, that's very good. Okay, sniper. That's normal. Quirky is just neutral nature. Bad special attack. No item. Yeah, this guy's not good. But these 2 are pretty good. So let us level these guys up. Oh, he came with honey. That's nice. so that means that if we catch an Ursaring later, we'll be able to upgrade it into Ursaluna faster than normal. Yeah, if this guy doesn't get Fake Out, he's going to be... Oh, yes, Fake Out. There we go. Really good ability there. Force Palm, also nice. Let's get rid of Focus Energy for that. Whirlwind. Don't think we want that. Yeah, so this guy's only going to really be good in the fact that he's, you know, a water attacker with relatively good special attack, but really we got kind of unlucky with his stats. Wait, do I want Surskit over Gombi? Probably. Alright, there we go. But, yeah, that is where I'm going to save this one and leave things off. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Once again, super sorry I haven't been uploading Factorio or really been into it at all. I just am really going through that slump of it, and I figure I'd rather upload something than nothing. But yeah, this should be fun. If you like seeing failure, this is definitely it. As you can tell from my sizzle pod, I make pretty dumb mistakes and don't take myself a little seriously at all at this. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.